Hello, grateful to be here with you today, as is the Council of Light. And I just want to take a moment to presence the energetic opportunity that we are moving into and will be in really through this full moon. And what I see as an optimal energetic, like how we can ride this wave by harnessing its potentials, its highest potentials, is recognizing that things are wishing to evolve. And if we are triggered, that's just an indicator that whatever is coming up for us is ready to be seen, ready to evolve. And as we become more conscious, awake, aware beings, we recognize that we don't have to wait for the outer something catalyst to trigger us. We can simply ride the energetic wave. And so, what we're encouraging here is you to hone in to your infinite self, the you in a higher realm, your higher self that is already in a state of oneness, connection, awareness of unity consciousness, peace, love, infinite abundance, and to invite and imagine that part of you to scan your fields for any patterns, any old beliefs, any old ways of being that are ready to evolve for you at this time. And you may take a moment and scan your own awareness. What's been perhaps coming up for you? Maybe it's just a wondering or a question or a doubt, or it's like I'm being shown this idea of feeling resistance to something, judgment of something, wanting something to go away. And so that's an indicator you're ready to shift whatever that symbolizes. It's not about changing things in the outer world. That's the side effect. It's really looking at this idea of, okay, this outer experience, even if it's just a mental experience, or my relationship with self, or an inner world state. It's part of the reflection of the energetic fields of the consciousness of you and of your body, Deva, possibly. And it can be old beliefs from previous incarnations that you have kept deeply hidden in your pockets that are now ready to come up to be seen. It could be ancestral or someone else's from a different incarnation. And we don't have to know where it originated from. It's about recognizing that whatever it is, whatever it represents, was intended from the highest perspective to support us in evolving ourselves in a certain way, to get stronger in a certain way, until we outgrow that pair of shoes that was working for us in the past to help us evolve. And what we see from our perspective now, with the energetics that are present, with the energetics coming onto the planet, with the energetics of what you've been preparing for and are ready for in your evolution, is that you, at this point, at this precipice, at this threshold, are able to evolve more efficiently when you graduate from the pushing against, the struggle, the roller coaster ride, that old pair of shoes that is no pain, no gain. You actually evolve more elegantly, quicker, more harmoniously, more efficiently in the new energetic paradigms of oneness way, recognizing that it's all about activating and amplifying the harmonic. And so that's one thing that we would recommend and suggest that you place upon the altar for completion over the next week, 5 days week. And you can invite your higher self to work with us in dream time if that resonates for you. We can support you energetically, share information. You can invite your future self in a fully enlightened state to come back in time and to help support you in dream time. Body, Deva, same, team, same, in retiring what's ready to retire. And maybe it's as easy as I choose to evolve in a more efficient way. I choose to retire the pair of shoes that would require struggle to evolve. Higher self guides team, will you help me? And we're just sharing, as always, the energetic information far beyond the mind that this transmission really represents from the perspective of evolution and what it feels like, how to, and that it's safe to graduate to the more honoring, elegant ways of evolving self that are current for your current level of consciousness. And one of those mechanisms that we've used, the old pair of shoes that we've used for some time, is judgment. We thought that through judgment, we would get stronger in a certain way, and we did for a time. We're actually going to be diving into layers around letting go of judgment during this very auspicious time. In Saturday's Empowered Evolutionary Masterclass. And it's called Retiring Judgment, Empowered Evolution. And so you can join us for that if it resonates on a sliding scale, either live or through the recordings. And again, this is an auspicious time to retire a pattern. And when we look at judgment, it's one of the main ways that we as way showers, as beings of light, get tripped up and tangled in the messy, that get us stuck, if you will, or the appearance, the illusion of stuckness, the illusion of not enough, the illusion of not free, not safe, not supported, not enlightened. And so play with the idea that that's one thing that you could presence now to place on the altar to retire. And then give yourself a moment to recognize any other patterns that may be appearing to keep you from your joy or your fulfillment or your connection, your experience of yourself as one with Source, and to place those on the altar for review. And it's with this willingness of higher self, I'm willing to let go of whatever's no longer serving me, but I'm ready to retire. We're going to invite the body, Deva, and teams to do the same. Maybe you were using a mechanism to prove your strength or to awaken to your strength more. And what would it feel like just to know your strength, appreciate and value, be in gratitude for the strength that you hold as a being? What would it feel like to notice and be aware and awaken more to your infinite worth that is an aspect of you as a being of light that doesn't get earned, it just is. And we're helping support you reference that inner strength, that inner worth, and to link with it, to acknowledge it. And we're encouraging you to choose to be in gratitude for it more, even if it's not currently reflecting as your experience of yourself. It exists. Your higher self is already in it. So you can invite your higher self to share information with you and to help you connect with your own knowing of your worth and your own gratitude for the infinite supply of strength that you've garnered for yourself, you've cultivated over lifetimes of wearing that old pair of shoes of struggle. You have it now. You have the strength. Just acknowledge it. And then there's this other layer of, what if you're the only one that ever knows how strong you are? And is that okay? Can you only be attached to you knowing how strong you are? No one else needs to validate it. No one else needs to see it. You have it. You can bask in it. You can embrace it more. You can cherish it. And no one else needs to know. No one else needs to acknowledge it. So retrieve all reference points for validation of your strength, for validation of your worth, off of everyone and everything back to your core. You give it to you. You validate it for you. Because that's when things get magical. Nice. Letting that integrate, increasing the magnetics in the roots for a higher vibration, balancing the electrical and magnetic energy appropriately, updating all grids, all reference points, all ways in which you perceive and are perceived. So this full moon is going to be taking us through a completion in preparation to welcome the summer solstice in this hemisphere anyway, the solstice in June. That is another new beginning in this grand time of new dawn, new beginnings, cycles within cycles, beginning anew, rebirth, renewal. And recognize that the ebb and the flow of these evolutionary cycles is for your benefit as a being. And we're just supporting you in seeing it through that positive lens. And encouraging you to ride the waves of evolution that are so prominent right now, abundant, in ways that honor you, where you can ride them consciously. And when you ride them consciously, you garner all the benefit and you don't get tumbled in the surf. You are an awake and aware being, or you would not be listening and participating in this transmission. So we encourage you to take a moment, celebrate that. And if you're guided to join us, if it resonates to join us for the Empowered Evolution Masterclass this weekend, feel free. And we're also, the guides are coming forward to remind and to inform. We're going to be offering a transmission for the summer solstice on June 20th. So that will be on our website probably by the time I get this posted. It's in our online store already, but on the main page, it'll probably be up by the time this video goes live. So just encouraging each of you to lean into an empowered, energetic stance, yoga pose for this current wave, allowing for the energy to move in the direction it wants to move, recognizing you are one with Source. You are fully safe, supported, and connected in every breath, in every moment. We invite a balancing and stabilizing of all your energetic fields, updating all grids, all reference points, all ways in which you perceive and are perceived. Namaste.